Hello, my name is Kyle Colarusso. Today I'm going to show you how to make a fresh tomato pizza and a red pizza. I've been doing this my whole life since I was a little kid, so I figured this would be a good thing to demonstrate. This is a picture of the end product in our menu, and that's what it's going to look like when we're done. So first off, we're going to make the fresh tomato pizza. We do that first because there's a lot of seasonings that go on it. We don't want all the seasonings to fly over on top of the cheese on the red. Your red is just your plain sauce and cheese. So we'll do the fresh tomato first. First, you get a shell, a pan. Before you do anything, you want to oil the pan. Sprinkle a little oil on it. Spread the oil. Now you're gonna put some cheese on. Just line a little bit. You don't want to overdo the cheese with a fresh tomato. You just need a little bit. You still want to see some of the shell. Next, you're gonna put your sliced tomatoes on. About 2 to 3 per slice, depending on how big the tomatoes are. So these are some smaller ones, so I'll use 3. Let's line them up. Next, we're going to put some garlic on. It's fresh. You don't want to overkill with the garlic. Even though a lot of people like garlic, including me. But if you like garlic, you could add more. If not, you go light on it. Fresh Parmesan cheese. Just want to sprinkle all the Parmesan cheese over the tomatoes. Next, we are going to put the seasonings on, which I'm not going to tell because it's a secret exactly what goes on it. But sprinkle a little bit of each seasoning. You want to distribute everything so it looks good. You don't want to sprinkle too much seasoning on one slice and then not enough on the other. You want to get it where it's evenly distributed throughout. So once you get all the seasonings on, the last thing we do is squirt some oil on. There you have it. That's the fresh tomato. And that's what it should look like when you're done. The other half, we're going to make the regular sauce and cheese. So all you do with that, get your pizza sauce. We already made this. Spread it out. You want to make sure you get your corners, but you want to leave a crust. Should look like once you get your sauce on. See a nice crust, leave your corners, and then you want to sprinkle your cheese on. Now you don't want to kill it with the cheese either. We'll put more on if a customer asks for extra cheese, but otherwise you still want to see a little bit of sauce poking through the cheese. You don't want to see all white. You want to see some red too. You want to be careful not to get it all over the place, so I usually use my hand to guide it, because what happens is when it bakes in the oven, and you have cheese on the side, it sticks to the bottom and it burns. next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a topping. I like pepperoni, so we're gonna put pepperoni on. So how we do it is we put on 4 slices of pepperoni per slice of pizza. And we do a forge style pizza. It's not the round, like normal pizza places. If you get round pizza, they just throw it all over the place. But we put it on nice and evenly. So when you're busy, especially on a Friday night, you know, Friday night's pizza night, this one is a little bit tougher because it takes more time. Because you gotta place the pepperoni like this. So 4 on each slice. Looks good. And then once you have all the pepperoni on, you want to push down on it, like that. The reason we do that is because when this cheese melts, it starts to slide, the pepperoni will slide all over the place. So once you push down on it, it'll keep it in place a lot better. So next, it's ready to go in the oven. We heat our ovens 375. These are air deck ovens. They cook a lot faster than your traditional home conventional oven. Put that in there. We just wait about 8 minutes. And when it's done, I'll show you how we cut it and everything. Okay, so it's about 8 minutes later. The pizza's pretty much done. How you know is the cheese is melted. The cheese is melted underneath the tomatoes. And the bottom is golden brown. Our next step is we have to box it. Get a knife. Put the knife underneath the pizza like that. On the table. Get a box. Put some wax paper down underneath. Keeps it from sticking in the box. Now how I cut the pizza. I cut it in half first, so it's easier to judge. And then we cut it into 12. Put on each end. And you go right down the middle. What you do is you put the knife underneath it. Just transfer it into the box. And always make sure in the box it looks nice. Don't just throw it in the box. I always make sure it looks nice, presentable for the customer. There's not gaps in between each slice. So that's the finished product. 6 red with pepperoni and 6 fresh tomato. Close the box. And you put it up on top of the oven until the customer gets here. And we mark it so we know what's in it. Put 6R for red, Roni. R is Roni. 6 tomato, T for tomato. So that is how you make a pizza. Pretty much you got to make sure that you have all your toppings ready, all your cheese, your garlic for your tomatoes. You don't want to have to stop what you're doing in the middle of a rush and prep everything. So have everything prepped up and it'll be a lot easier for you. You can make it a lot faster. Make it look nice. In the oven, again, it's about 375 degrees Fahrenheit. And when it's done, nice golden brown, cheese is melted. Put it on the table, cut, box, and enjoy. And that's pretty much it. I thank you for watching this demonstration. Hope you learned how to make a pizza, and have a good one.